Welcome to Vision iEdu. As in the Microsoft Excel series, today we are going to discuss advanced sum functions. There are Sumx2my2, Sumx2py2, Sumxmp2 and Seriessum. So these are some of the important advanced functions in the sum series. So its meaning and implementation structure, use of these functions that we will discuss in this video. Before start, I'm requesting all of you to please subscribe this channel and share it with your friends. Coming to the first one, this is a Sumx2my2. So it's simply called as a sum x square minus y square. This function is used when we need to find out the sum of x square minus y square. In this process, first it requires the series 1 and series 2. Means series 1 is nothing but the x square values, that's mean x values, and series 2 is nothing but the y values. Later it finds the x squares from the x series and y squares from the y series. Then it finds the difference between the x square values and y square values. And the differences are addition, and that's simply called as a sum. So if you find that an equation like this, the sigma x square minus y square. So this is the equation. To solve these type of equations, we may use the Sumx2my2. So here m stands for minus. So this is one of the advanced function used to identify the sum, which is required to identify the sum of x square minus y square. Another one is Sumx2py2. So here the difference between the x2my2 and x2py2 is only one thing, that is a minus and plus. So Sumx2py2 means sum x square plus y square. So it is used to identify the sum of x squares plus y squares. That's symbolically called as a Sumx2py2. Here the p represents plus. In this equation, the series 1 and series 2, both two series are required. The series 1 is nothing but the x and the series 2 is nothing but the y. And then it finds the x squares and y squares. Then it adds the x square and y square, symbolically called sigma of x square plus y square. So here the syntax is Sumx2py2 means x square plus y square. So here the arguments are nothing but array 1, array 2 and n number of arrays we can enter. As per a requirement, we can enter like this. So this is about the Sumx2py2. And this is also comes under advanced series of MS Excel. And coming to the third one, Sumxmp2. So xmp2 is nothing but the x minus y whole square. So this function is used when you want to find out the sum of x minus y square. In this section, it's required some series 1 as a x value and some series 2, that is as a y value, and then it identifies the x minus y, means the difference between the x and y, and again it applies the square for the difference. Then it finds the addition of this entire squared differences. So symbolically it's written like this, sigma of x minus y whole square. Syntaxically, we can find their sum of xmp2 and array 1, array 2 and as it is. So the difference is only one thing, that is xmp2 is nothing but it takes the x value minus y value, then it applies the square. But in x square minus y square, it takes the x square and y square, then it finds the difference, then applies the sum option, right? So that's the difference. Without the individual squares, it takes that individual values difference, then applies the square. So this is the use of Sumxmy square. And lastly, there is another thing, that is a series sum. The series sum is mostly used to solve the equations. So in a mathematical, we can find the different types of equations, right? So this is used to find out or solve the equation. So it needs 4 arguments. Number 1 is x, which is called as a variable value. And secondly, it requires the power value, first power value. Then thirdly, it requires the difference of power values. Means second power value minus first power value. Like that, it needs the difference of square values. Then constants. So what are the constants given in the equation? They are coefficients. The coefficients also required. So if you find the syntax, series sum x comma n comma m and coefficients. So this is a series. So here the x represents the variable and coefficient represents the constants. And n is nothing but the first power value, m is nothing but the difference of the powers. Okay, suppose if you find the equation like this, 2x square plus 3x power 4 plus 5x power 6, and if you need to find out the value of this equation, if x value is equals to 2, so then you can easily apply this. The x of the series sum is nothing but the 2, because the x value is 2. First, n is nothing but the power value, that is the first power value, this is also 2, and m is nothing but the difference of the powers. So 4 minus 2 is nothing but the power difference is 2, and 4 minus 6 this also 2. Then it needs list of constants or coefficients. The coefficients are nothing but the 2, 3, 5. These 3 values which never change their values, right? They are simply called as constants. So if you enter these 4 values to the sum series or series sum, then you can find the equations solution. Let us see it on the MS Excel. Yes, this is the screen. First we have to apply the first 3 conditions, that is the Sumx2y2 and the Sumx2py2, Sumxmp2. Right? That means sum x square minus y square, sum x square plus y square, sum x minus y whole square. So first manual method, how to do it. So first x square values. To find the x square values, we need x into x. Right? So find the x into x, we can find that x values. Letter y square means y into y. This is the y square. Right, we have x square values, y square values. This is only the manual method. So first I'm explaining the manual method, then after we apply the direct function, right? And these are the x squares and y squares, right? So if you want to find out the x square minus y square, you have to perform like this. You have to find out the sum first of all, sum of x squares and later sum of y squares. Right? So here to find out the x square minus y square, you need to find minus x square minus y square. This is a minus 55. This is x square minus y square. Right? Sorry, x square minus y square. Coming to the x square plus y square, just we need to identify the total of x square values plus y square values. This is a 385. X square plus y square. So to find out in manual method, we need to perform these much steps. That means we have to identify the x square values from the given series, and later we have to identify the y square values from the given series. Then after we have to add these two separately. That means x square total and x square values total and y square values total. Then after we have to apply the x square minus y square, means subtract the x square values from the y square to find out the x2my2. But if you apply the function directly, so you can get the answer directly without performing these all steps. Let's see how to do it. Just equals to sum x square minus y square and just give the range of x comma the range of y. That's it. Then close. You can get the answer directly. See, this is the answer. So this is the automated answer. This is the manual method answer. So like that we can find that x square minus y square. And later if you want to find out that x square plus y square, just select that Sumx2py2 and give the array of x, comma, array of y. Then close it. Yes, 385, the same answers. Alright. So if you do the manual method, you can get the same answer, or if you apply the direct principle of the Sumx2py2, you can get the same answer. So this is the simplest method. By using these functions, we can save our time, right? So let us implement that Sumxmp2. So Sumxmp2 is nothing but that x minus y whole square, right? So in manual method, see how much steps we need. First, we have to identify that x value minus y value. Of course, here the given x value minus y value is nothing but a minus 1 in each case. So we have to take that values x minus y whole square means x minus y into x minus y value. This is becomes the plus 1. And now we have to apply the sum, isn't it? So x square x minus y whole square. So the value is 5. See how many steps we taken there. First we need to identify the x minus y. Later we have to apply the sum, apply the square on that x minus y value. Then we have to apply the sum on the x minus y square values. So it takes the much time. Okay, if you want to insert the x minus y whole square directly from a range of values, you can just use Sumxmp2 function, right? Sum x minus y whole square, right? Now give the x array, comma. Next specify the y array, right? Then close it, isn't it? We can find that same answer in the manual method and in direct principle method. So see how much time we saved. No need to identify that x minus 1 value. No need to apply the square on the x minus value. No need to apply the sum separately, right? Just you need to use the function Sumxmp2 and you need to specify the x range and y range. That's it. Everything is done. All works are automatically performed. So this is the use of sum functions using on squares. Right? So sum on squares. Coming to the last one, this is a series sum. Series sum is nothing but it's used to identify the solutions of an equation. So for example, here given one equation, that's 1x power 1 plus 2x power 3 plus 3x power 5 plus 4x power 7 plus 5x power 9. So this is one of the equation. And you have to identify the solution for this particular equation where the x value also given x equals to 2. Suppose x value equals to 2, then you have to identify what's the answer of this equation. So to solve this, it's a very simple in MS Excel, but in manual method, we have to apply a lot of functions like that. But here, just you have to apply only one function to get the answer directly. Right? But before that, you have to type the constants values which are fixed numbers given in the equation. There's nothing but 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. The serial numbers are used. Okay. So what numbers are given in the equation, that numbers you have to type like an array. Right? So, and you have to identify what is the x value. So the x value is already given in the question. So the x value is nothing but the variable value. These are the constant values, coefficients, and this is the variable value 2. And one more thing, we have to write down the power values too. So first power is 1, second power is 3, third power is 5 and 7 and 9. Right? But no need to write down, but for understanding, just for better understanding, I am writing like this. Okay, just we need to take only the first power. Then after we have to identify what is the difference. How to find the difference means second square minus first square. Then you can find the difference is nothing but it is a 2. Right? In all cases you can find the difference as 2. right? So the difference is 2 only. So we can easily say that 3 minus 1 is 2, 5 minus 3 is 2, 7 minus 5 is also 2, 9 minus 7 is also 2. So the difference of the powers are 2, right? So now result, you have to apply that series sum, right? Series sum. And the x value, nothing but the variable value, take it as a variable value. You can type or you can specify the cell where you type the variable value. Then n value. N value means nothing but the first power value. You can specify or you can type. If you type in one particular cell, you can specify the cell address, else you can also type directly in the function. And m value. So what's m value? The difference. The difference is in all cases, you can find the difference as 2 of these all powers, right? So you can enter 2. Now we have to give the array of constants or coefficients. So here the array of constants is here, or you can also type using the curly brackets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is one method, or another method is if you have tuple, just specify the range, then close it. So see, this is the answer. 3186 is the result of that particular equation. So like that we can easily identify the solution of the equations in MS Excel, right? So this is all about the sum series functions. This is all about today's session, and in coming sessions we will discuss some more topics. Keep watching and subscribe Vision iEdu YouTube channel, and don't forget to share with your friends. Thanks for watching.